Hi and welcome to Data Garden. Thanks for checking out my video. I hope you're doing very well. In today's video we want to discover some more advanced technologies of how to deal with missing values, and it's sort of a follow-up on my previous tutorial where we discovered how to either exclude missing values from your dataset or override them with the mean of the variable. Now, is the mean a good way of overwriting a missing value? Maybe yes, maybe not. But today we maybe find an answer to that using the mice package, or multivariate imputation by chained equations. But before that, if you haven't watched the previous tutorial, that is no problem. I will put the code that I have here down below in the description of the video. So let's start by recreating some parts of the previous tutorial. I will load the respective packages, load the data, change the column names, remove the temperature2 column. I'm not going to print the summary, not going to remove the NA values and not do the complete cases here. But I will change everything to numeric. I will create a copy of the original data set, and I will do the filling in with the mean. So now let's have a look at the data set again. And we see that here, for example, in the second row, there's the humidity missing. And by using the mean, we get a value of 58.475 here. Now, is that an appropriate value or not? Hard to say, right? But this package that I'm going to show you today, it might have an answer to that. So what this package basically does is multivariate imputation. That word sort of goes a bit hard over my tongue. But what it means is that it essentially takes the non-missing variables in order to predict the missing variable. So in this case, we have here the humidity missing, and it's going to take all the other columns in order to predict the humidity. And it does that not only for the rows where it's missing, but also for the other ones. So let's say, for example, here the predicted value would be 30. Then what the algorithm would do, it would look at some different rows where the value is actually, the actual value is there, where the prediction was also 30 or close to 30. Let's say, for example, here, hypothetically, the prediction was also 30, but the actual value is 25. Then the algorithm would actually fit in the actual value 25 here for the missing value. Now, that's a little bit of a too short explanation because there's some randomness involved. It picks multiple rows where the predicted value is close to the predicted value of the missing value and then chooses one at random. But I hope my explanation made the basic principle clear. One great advantage of that is, of course, that only values that actually are observed in the data set will be used for the replacements of the NA. So that makes it impossible sort of to have an implausible value where you already know upfront that it can't really be a value in the data set. So after that little bit of theory, let's get right into it. I'm going to go back to my code, and the first thing we have to do is, of course, to install the mice package. So that would go with install.packages, in quotation marks mice, that is M-I-C-E. And I always recommend to use the type equals binary addition to this command, which installs the binary version of the package. My reason for that is that I expect it to just be more stable with lower likelihood of having errors. Now I have, of course, already done that, so I'm going to just use the library command and use the library mice, load the library mice. Now for today, we just need two simple commands of the mice package. The first one is the one where I already have the help file here open, the mice package within the mice command. I guess I've showed it the wrong way around. The mice command out of the mice package. So what we want to do is we want to create a new object, and we're going to call it mice_ozone, and we're going to define that as mice opening bracket, and we're going to put in the original data set where the values are still missing. So that is ozone_oric, and I'm going to press Command and Enter to run the code. And we see that the output is a list object. So unfortunately, it's not like a data frame where just the missing values have been put in, but we have to do that now in a second command. And I'm going to do that in the line 53. I'm actually going to create a few new lines here for visibility reasons, but in the line 53, I'm going to create a new object, and it's going to be called ozone_mice_fill, and we are going to define that as complete is the name of the command, and you can see that it's a command from the mice package, opening bracket, and what we have to fill in here is simply this mice ozone list that we have just created in the previous command. So I'm going to copy and paste that and press Command and Enter to run again. And now we see we have a new object here, and if we click on it, we see that for the missing value here in the humidity, the value 19 was filled in. For the missing value here in temperature 1, 40 was filled in. And for the missing inversion height here in line or row 2, 4133 was filled in. So there you have a quite easy and straightforward way to fill in your missing values based on the values that we know from the different from the variables that are not missing. And I think that is already quite a step forward from just putting in the mean, because you take the information that is given in the different variables in order to make a judgment about how the missing value might actually have been. So that is it for this tutorial. There will be one follow-up video where we will build on this tutorial and slightly refine the technique to get some more confidence in our predictions, but that is a little bit more complicated, so I want to do it in a separate video. I hope I will see you there. If you liked this video, then I would appreciate a thumbs up, and if you have any comments or suggestions, then leave them down below in the comments. And finally, if you want to see more R-related and statistical content, then consider subscribing to the channel, because I have more content coming up very soon. Thanks for watching, and bye bye.